Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. It's an impromptu speech, and I'll also try to confuse you and make you go through on an impromptu basis and not follow the standard traditions for a change. It's not always about the personality developments and growth and hurry burry. So it's a more philosophical approach I want to take on this topic of time. Time is the essence. Time as a incongruity of passing time, coming time, the current time, the seconds, the minutes, and the hours. It's an abstract concept, and we just live through that, and we go through that, and we base it on that, and we know it all. It's obvious, right? Nothing totally earth shattering about time. When we look back in our life journey, which is again a time span of many years. For some it is small, for some it's a big and long. It's a it brings up a lot of things for us. That's the conundrum there. Whatever we do, it's our own volition, and we measure it. We look back, and we regret. We enjoy. We we memory have great memories and whatnot. It's all everything is revolved around the time, and the time, how we use, how we spend, and the perceptions we have about it, and the perceptions of how we can make use of it, and how valuable it is, and how we can make use of it, and it's kind of it's all over. As a concept, it's confounded the our civilization, the humanity, the three dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimensions, and whatnot. It's a an abstract thing, and you cannot feel it, you cannot touch it. You just pass through it without knowing it and how it's going on, and all those kind of things are I wanted to touch upon to make you ponder out of your own volition, and you can say, "What's this all nonsense?" So let's take in that perspective and kind of lead to that and put that in the context, a context of a common word I use, perspective of how you look at it, and how you weave it around you and how you go about it, and having that another interesting concept of being mindful of what's going on, and not going through the motions. And some of you might listening to this my speech and basically thinking about the tasks to be done, the issues and whatnot. So how many of you are present now listening to my speech? Okay, be honest. Few. So let's say look at that perspective, and again leaning towards the how we use it, and how precious it is. And there is a dichotomy there, right there, when I talk about preciousness. Sometimes it is precious, sometimes it's is abundant. Like during the COVID times, what we went through, we all want to get out of the house. A lot of us saved the commute times. We had a lot of time on our hand trying to kill binging on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon, all these kind of things. The preciousness has changed. You have abundance, and it's kind of now the interesting problem is how to make use of that and not get bored and whatnot. It's how the things change, the time changes, the time of March to time of October. It's also again a time in a bigger context, time in a societal context, time in an individual context. It's morphs into so many things, and so many aspects, and that's very interesting. So again, the favorite topic of the personal development and whatnot. It's always how do we use the time, and how we prioritize the time, and how we use that to our benefit, and the valuable time you have in your 24 hours to kind of come to this meeting and use it. 1 hour of listening to various the thought processes and various inclinations and whatnot broadens the horizon and kind of expands that. But now back to the time, that's precious, definitely, but it is also can be used wisely, and also can be in a right perspective. And eventually, if you look really deep and peel the onion, it's all in our mind. It's all we put it in the right perspective. The going of the time, we are on like a treadmill. It's going on, and whether you like it or not, it keeps you going. Unless you stop the treadmill. In our case, unless our existence ceases, until then we are on this treadmill. That is an acceptance. You have to. It's an acceptance of the inevitable. So, so there are a lot of philosophical flavors, and I told you upfront that you are listening to your own volition, and how you want to take it and how you want to judge my speech. You better be careful and spend your time wisely. Thank you, Toastmaster.